Hi guys, it's Makka the American. I just got back from Ohayocon about a week ago, so I've been doing a lot of stuff. There are 2 videos from Ohayocon that are posted now, and I've also got a compilation video of all of the wonderful things that I did at Ohayocon in the works, so hopefully I'll get some advertising for Ohayocon done within the next couple of weeks. Surprisingly, all of the video edited together nicely, so it's going very well. Fingers crossed. So, we're going to go ahead today and just give you guys another otaku lesson for those of you who are new to being an otaku or maybe a weeb. I won't judge you yet. You have a grace period. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into some of the things that people do at conventions that you shouldn't do. And this relates specifically to cosplayers and to guests. When you are at a convention, you have to understand that cosplayers and guests, people who run panels, maybe YouTubers, maybe voice actors, so on and so forth, are people. They are there the same as you to enjoy their time, to eat their food, to sleep great amounts, to drink great amounts, and overall, they want to enjoy the con as much as you do. So what I noticed a lot, and I always notice at Ohayocon and other conventions, is there are those really excited people. Maybe it's their first time, which is okay to be excited on your first time. Like, that's amazing. But you have to understand that even at conventions, common courtesy exists. So here are a couple things not to do when you are talking to your favorite cosplayer, guests, voice actors for pictures or autographs. Starting off, number 1, don't shout at them randomly or incoherently. Don't be that person.
Hey, can I get your photo?
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? They won't know who you're talking to because there are 50 other cosplayers. Maybe they're cosplaying the same thing. Maybe there are just 50 other cosplayers around you and you're standing there like, are they talking to me or is it someone else? So you have to understand that when you are talking to someone who's a cosplayer or a guest, it's best to use their name, their handle, or their character name. So if it's a YouTuber, use their YouTube handle. They learn to respond to that by now. If someone screamed Makka the American, I would turn around. Use their character name if they're a cosplayer. So, say I was cosplaying Chic on Saturday. I heard a lot of people when they went, Chic! That's when I would respond to them. If you just said, hey, can I get a picture with you? I wouldn't know if you were talking to me. Or if they're a guest, voice actor, etc., learn their name. I know that's kind of weird to say, but a lot of people actually don't know voice actors' names as people. They know their character names, but they don't know their people. If you don't know their name, use one of their character names, or say, hey, normally they have like actual autograph events. Go to those so that they can specifically know that you are there to see them. But do not just shout at them into the crowd, into the abyss. I think there was one time I was walking around in my Chic cosplay, and some girl said, hey, I really want a picture with you, but she mumbled it. Like, I was walking past her, and she mumbled it, and it did not occur to me what she said until I was, like, 100 yards down the hall, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, crap. She wanted a picture. I was just standing there waving and smiling at her like an idiot, and she wanted a picture. And I felt really bad, but I wasn't going back because I was late to a panel, so you have to be very clear and concise on what you want, and don't just shout at them. You know, walk up to them. Actually have a conversation with people. You know, say, hey, I'm a big fan of yours, or hey, I really like this show, or hey, I like your character. She's my waifu. But don't just yell. It's not a good thing to do. 90% of the time, they'll walk right past you and not understand, or they'll get really confused, and that's just an awkward conversation starter.
Are you talking to me? Oh, okay.
Another big thing I always see is a lot of convention centers, a lot of hotels and places have they have areas for people to eat and rest. Do not approach a cosplayer, a guest, a YouTuber, a panelist, and ask for photos, autographs, or conversations when someone is sitting down to eat or rest. It's that simple. I understand that you're really itching to get a photo for them. If you're really itching to get a photo with them and you spot them like at another table while you're sitting in the cafeteria, wait at least for them to finish their food. Conventions are really hard for people. We get up early. Maybe we're hungover from the day before. Maybe we had to get up early and are hungover from the day before. That's just like a mess. So when you come up to us as a cosplayer and you come up to someone while they're looking for their friends or they're eating their dinner and you ask for a photo, that does not put you in their good graces. It makes you come off as very self-centered and arrogant, like, you see I'm eating here, right? You don't want to be that person. So wait till they are done eating. Wait for them to finish their rest, because a lot of the time people get sick in their cosplays, because especially people who are like furries and they dress in like fur, like mascot uniform, it's hot. So if someone's sitting down to rest or to eat, don't interrupt them for a picture or an autograph or a conversation. Common courtesy, be a good person. And now we all know the stereotype of photographers and picture takers, I'm not going to call you photographers, at conventions. They're always looking for panty shots. Never ever come up to a cosplayer, or even really a guest, if you're trying to take like a selfie with them or something, and ask for an inappropriate pose. Don't be like, hey, can I put my arm around you? No, you can't. That's weird. Please don't touch me. Never ask, even if someone's like wearing a provocative costume, unless they want to take that pose in your picture, never ask them to do that. You don't want to put people out of their comfort range. If that's within their comfort range, they'll do it. If it's not, they won't. If you are talking to a guest especially, don't be like, hey, can I like give you a hug in this picture because that would look totally cool on my Facebook page? It's weird. It's awkward. Don't do it. Be polite and just say, oh, can I get a picture with you? If they want to put their arm around you and buddy up to you, that's their choice, but give that choice to them. Don't take it away, because it's awkward. Really, really awkward. Here's one thing I encountered a lot at Ohayocon. Don't step in to other people's pictures. A lot of the time when a cosplayer gets asked for a picture, someone else will realize that person is a character, and they'll be like, oh, I want that picture too, and then there will be multiple people who want to take pictures. It's a process of who was there first. Do not step into someone else's picture when they ask for a picture first and ask your friend to take it. That's very, very inconsiderate and rude, and it's very awkward for the cosplayer to have to ask you to be like, hey, can you back off for a second? They were trying to get a picture first. Most of the time, they don't want you in their picture. It's not against you, but they want the pure picture of that cosplay. I had a lady stop me in the dealer's room. She asked me for a picture with my friend, and we were all ready. We were in our poses, and some guy walked up to us as she was trying to take this picture and said, hey, can I have a picture with you? And without waiting, he stepped in the picture and had his friend take the pictures. And this lady was trying to move off to the side to try and crop him out, and she was getting very, very uncomfortable because he kept moving and encroaching on the picture more and more. Me and my friend were kind of trying to be like, hey, can you just wait a second? But by the time I realized that he'd already gotten his picture and walked off, and we had to apologize to the lady because she'd only taken pictures with him in it, and she was going to have to crop them out and, or take another one, but she was in a hurry. So when you see other people taking pictures of a cosplayer, don't jump into the photo. Wait your turn. They will get to you. The same goes with guests and panelists. Be polite. Don't interrupt people with pictures, autographs, or conversations. Wait your turn. be patient. Yeah, here's another one. I saw a lot of cosplay props get broken this way. When you are taking a picture with a cosplayer specifically, do not touch their props. If they want to give you a prop, sure. You can ask them, but if they say no, do not pressure it. Because a lot of the time, props are not as sturdy as you think they are. There are lots of them that are made out of cardboard because we aren't allowed to bring things like live steel, or they're made out of plastic. And they will break very easily if they are not handled correctly. And somebody that doesn't know these things will pick it up and break the saw blade off or something like that. And they'll be like, I worked months on that! So when you're doing things like this, don't ask for their props, let them wield their props. It's cooler when the cosplayer wields the props. Like, if you're in a group of friends, I had a group of friends, we did a Legend of Zelda, she had a sword. There were a couple pictures where I was the one holding I was the one holding the sword as Sheik, because I'm technically Princess Zelda, and I want to have a weapon. Please just let me have a weapon. I was playing the original Sheik, by the way. So, you don't want to break people's props, you don't want to be rude. Ask them beforehand. If they tell you no, leave it at that. But never take it without permission. Don't just, grab someone's sword. That sounded really weird. Don't take 100 photos in a row. Get a couple. Put your phone, if you have an iPhone or something, tap that button a couple times so you get a couple pictures and then you can decide which is the least blurry. But do not stand there and just be like, I'm going to switch my phone this way. Now I need an angle shot from up here. Don't do that. Alright? You want to take a couple of pictures because people, no matter whether they're in cosplay or they have panels to run to, they have places to go in a convention that they want to get to or they need to get to, because I think normally there's an hour to 30-minute call for panelists or guests to be at panels. And you stopping to take an entire photo shoot within 10 minutes is not convenient for them whatsoever. Take a couple photos and move on. If you need to, set your phone to take multiple photos in a row with one click. If you don't feel like you have a steady enough hand to click that button over and over, click it once, hold your phone, done. That is it. Here's a very weeb thing to do. Say a character's name to a cosplayer and then assume that they are the character. They're not the character. It's a cosplayer in a costume. It's very off-putting for people when they're told that it's just a cosplay. There are some people who love to get into their cosplays, and that is all right. But at the end of the day, they are still a person. They are not your waifu. You cannot just run up and lift up their skirt. You can't hug them. You can't kiss them, no matter what they are wearing, no matter how into their cosplay they are. So when you come up to a cosplayer, you want to treat them as a cosplayer. You don't want to treat them as a character. You don't want to treat them like you know them. Even if it's a YouTuber, you want to have a certain level of respect for someone that you have never met before. Period. Don't run up to them, hug them, don't touch them immediately. Don't be like, oh my god, it's my waifu! Yeah, great, I guess. There was actually one guy who ran up to me and my friend, who is a girl, and screamed, I ship it! She's married. Yay. So you want to understand that someone is separate from their character. Never, ever misinterpret someone in a show. It happens to voice actors a lot too. In a show, in a cosplay, that they are the character. They are not the character, they may be dressed like them, but you need to treat them as another human being that you have never met before, that you might want to be friends with. That is it. The final thing that I can say to you guys is, if your offer is declined by a guest or a panelist or a cosplayer for a picture or an autograph, don't press it, okay? Normally, if they say no, there's a very good reason. Maybe they're about to throw up, you never know. Maybe they have a panel to get to. If they tell you no, if they say, no, I can't do that right now, or they say no, just in general, you don't want to push, and be like,
oh, come on, it's just a picture. Like, no,
no. If they say no, don't press it any further. It's their choice. When you ask someone for a photograph, you have to understand that there is even a sliver of a chance in your head they're going to say no. Okay? There are some things in this world that we cannot control, and the will of others is one of them. No means no, no matter what the situation. Okay? Okay. Overall, you just want to treat people with decent human respect and common courtesy, even if you're in a crowded convention area, and never misinterpret the character for the person. Always have respect for someone you just met. Always have respect for someone you just met. That's it. That's all you have to do. And that's it for this lesson, guys. I will see you next time, and in the meantime, enjoy your conventions and stuff. I will see you guys in the next video.
Bye!